Strange things happen behind closed doors, and I can honestly say that almost no one in the major media is talking about them. Insiders say that at the end of the recent G20 gathering, there were a number of private, secret meetings that may have just changed the rules for global finance. It wasn't about tariffs, climate policy, or even the current wars that are shaking the world. It had to do with money. XRP, a neutral, decentralized digital asset, will gradually replace the US dollar as the world's trade settlement currency. This will be done through a planned global plan. The dollar has been the main currency of international trade for many years. Every barrel of oil, every ton of grain, and every foreign loan has been settled in dollars. This setup, which made the US the center of global banking, is known as the petrodollar system. But, things have changed. Dollarization has gone from being just words to real actions. It is said that world leaders decided at this G20 summit that a new system needs to be put in place. One that is quicker, cheaper, clear, and can't be hacked by politicians. Their answer is a single XRP-based bridge that links each country's digital currency to a single global funding network. That is nothing less than revolutionary, so let's talk about what it means. From the US and China to India, Germany, and Brazil, every country in the G20 is now either making or testing their own central bank digital currency, or CBDC. They are separate, though. The digital euro and the digital yuan can't talk to each other directly. There's no way for the digital rupee and the digital dollar to get along. This division really does threaten how well global trade works. It is said that the private meetings at the G20 were mostly about finding a solution to this problem of interoperability. Also, a neutral bridge asset was suggested as a way to solve the problem. This is a technology that could quickly settle transactions between any two digital currencies issued by different central banks. XRP was the best asset because it had decentralized control, lightning-fast settlement, low energy costs, and was already used by institutions. The supposed summit report says that XRP was tried in trade simulations with a lot of transactions, such as daily settlements between banks worth trillions of dollars. The performance numbers couldn't be beat. There are almost no fees, transaction times of less than 5 seconds, and full openness on the ledger. According to a report from within the company, XRP is the only digital asset that can support the speed and liquidity depth needed for foreign trade settlements. It's possible that the G20 just chose XRP as the digital oil that keeps the world economy going. Things get even more interesting now. According to the leaked valuation model that was connected to the G20 meeting, each XRP would need to be worth at least $50,000 before it could be used as the world's bridge asset. This number isn't made up. It is based on the amount of trade that happens around the world, which is now more than $32 trillion a year. To understand why this is important, we need to look back at the petrodollar, which is the basis of today's world economy. When the US made its deal with Saudi Arabia in the 1970s, the price of oil changed to dollars. This meant that every country in the world had to have US dollars on hand for trade. This made the United States the world's banking leader. The petrodollar's time is coming to an end, though, as countries broaden their trade deals and price oil in yuan, rubles, rupees, and euros. With the G20 agreement, the legal end of dollar dominance has been reached, and what insiders are calling the XRP standard has begun. Picture a world where all countries can trade with each other. China can trade with Brazil, India can trade with Japan, and Europe can trade with Africa without first exchanging dollars. Instead, every transaction goes through XRP, which makes it easy for national digital currencies to work together. The deal happens right away. There won't be any partner banks, quick delays, or high fees. People who know about the talks say that the G20's goal is to make the financial system politically neutral so that no one country can use it as a tool. The decentralized nature of XRP makes it great for that purpose. You have to know what's at stake to fully understand how important this is. The US dollar is more than just money. It's a worldwide system of power. It's what makes armed alliances, sanctions, and the international credit system work. Countries that didn't agree with US policy had to deal in dollars for decades, which put them at risk of dollar-based penalties and inflation cycles they couldn't stop. But now countries like China, Russia, India, and Saudi Arabia have found a way to work together to get around the dollar without building a new state. The G20's XRP design lets them keep their independence while still being a part of a single global system. A multi-layered system is said to be in the technical plan that was presented at the summit. The XRP record is at the bottom and connects all central bank digital currencies. It would be topped by a network of national cash pools that would hold tokenized money and goods. Ripple's technology stack would connect the Global Trade Settlement Network, GTSN, which is the top layer. It would handle trade billing, customs data, and compliance procedures. The end result is a customizable financial grid that can work with other grids and do so in real time. That sounds like something from the future, but it's already happening. Ripple has been quietly teaming up with central banks all over the world. More than 100 countries have had talks about how to make CBDCs work with each other, led by Ripple. Ripple's consensus model was used as a technical guide by the Bank for International Settlements project DYOR, which looked into multi-CBDC systems. Things have been getting ready for years. The G20 agreement is the last piece in the puzzle. It gives the world adoption the political go-ahead. Let's look more closely at how that $50,000 value works from a business point of view. You need a bridge asset with enough liquidity to support world trade. If, say, $10 trillion worth of transactions are settled every day on XRP, the asset must have a total value big enough to handle those flows without big price changes. Based on how many XRP are in circulation right now, that means each one is worth at least tens of thousands of dollars. The word liquidity equivalence pricing is used in the G20 memo. In a way, they're setting the price of XRP based on how liquid it is around the world, similar to how gold used to back national currencies under Bretton Woods. This time, though, it's not real gold. It's digital gold that can be sent quickly anywhere in the world.